Here is the review of Mastermind Creations Optus Pexus, which is their take on an IDW Orion Pax. And joining me in this review is my dad.
Hey, howdy y'all.
So as you can see, Optus Pexus or Orion Pax is a Cybertronian truck, is it supposed to be?
Truck, utility vehicle, somewhere around there.
I'm gonna call it a Cybertronian truck. So as you can see, it does have the typical Optimus Prime colors, which is the red, blue, and silver, along with some gold paint on the lights here. As well as some gold paint on the top lights here. He also has some blue lights.
Blue lights.
And it does have some metal flakes inside here. Same for the cockpit here.
The cab.
Or the cab.
So this is their take on Orion Pax.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and he also has some silver on these things, along with some yellow inside here, and a little bit more blue here. And of course you have some silver on the exhaust pipes, and also the rims, and of course some silver paint here. And some silver here on both sides.
And those are supposed to replicate the stacks, I believe.
I think these are supposed to represent the smokestacks.
Yeah. I agree.
And he does roll really well, but yeah. These back wheels here don't roll really well. Maybe it's because I just had to situate some parts to get all 6 of his wheels to touch the ground to have him roll. And that's about it for the vehicle mode. Now for the features, these 2 things here are supposed to be, well, they are supposed to represent his guns, which they are going to be in robot mode. But if you don't want these on here, then you can detach them from these 2 pegs from these 2 holes on the top here, and it's on both sides. And that's about it for the features. So now to transform him, first for the guns. Oh, one more thing that I forgot to mention before we get on to the transformation. He does come with some optional guns. The ones that he has, which you saw in vehicle mode, were the black ones. But he also comes with a pair of gray guns. So you can either display him in vehicle mode with either the black guns or the gray guns. I'm gonna go with the black ones. So now to get onto the transformation, first let's start off with the guns. So to transform the guns, you wanna separate them from this tab from this hole and this tab from this hole. And the way they attach is this tab slides onto, slides into this hole, and this peg here slides into this hole here.
Just like that, huh? Okay. And what else can it do?
And to turn them into guns, you want to take these handles here and flip them down and extend the barrels to reveal some silver painted details here.
Oh. Now they're cannon guns. Okay.
And that's the guns here.
Alright.
So now to transform Orion Pax here. First, you want to take off these things here from this hole and this tab, and you also want to make sure that you want to take these pegs and slide them up so they look like that, which is for the robot mode. And set these off to the side. Now, for the front wheels here, you want to untap them and bring them down. And the way these tap in is these two holes goes into these two pegs here, and this hole goes into that peg here. And for these things, you just want to slide these out until they click into place. And for these things here, you want to take this side here and untap it. Now, there is a number of tabs and holes where these sides here tab into. So you just untap these and bring them out, and the way these tap in is this little tab goes into that hole, these two holes go into these two pegs, this hole goes into that peg, and these two tabs goes into this tab here. And the same for this side also. And then you want to take these here and what will become his arms and untap them. Well, you do want to make sure that these things are untapped from these holes. Oh, well, for the back, you do want to separate it, but also, but before you separate these here, you do want to make sure that it's untapped from here. And now you can separate these things. And you can get these out of the way. So once these here are separated and the bottom here is untabbed, you want to take but before you take what will become his feet, you do want to take these wheels and bring them up about here, so that way you can take this front piece and the top and flip it up so it looks like that. And you can see these holes is where those tabs go into. And now you can take what will become his feet and bring them down. And you also want to take his legs and extend them out. So it looks like that. Now, something I will have to mention, when you're sliding up the legs, you do want to make sure that these things are like pushed up, because if these are pushed in like you saw me did with my finger, you won't be able to collapse the legs up. So you have to make sure that these are extended out. because if these are pushed in, then you're not going to get the legs pushed up. And now for the shin pieces here. Well, but before we get to the shins here, you do want to take this front leg piece here and slide it down so that way you can see these two like little rectangle pieces on the bottom here. Now for this piece here, you want to bring it down and bring down this blue piece. And what this is going to do is this is going to tap into these holes here. And then you can tap together the shin pieces here of the leg. And now you can take these and compress them in, and they will tap in. And now I'm gonna have to readjust here. Now for this piece here, you want to bring it back so that way you can take these front skirt pieces and bring them down and then bring back up this piece, which will become his stomach, and then you want to rotate the waist around. And now for the arms here. Well, you do want to take these and bring these down. And also, you do want to untap them and bring them out. And these tap into these tabs and these holes. And once these are untapped, you can now rotate them up and bring them down. And then bring out his arms. And bring these back up so that way you can take this stomach piece and collapse it down. And for this piece, you want to bring this up and bring it all the way down to about here, because you need to, before you do that, you do want to take this piece here and bring it all the way around and untap the canopy and bring it back to about here, because you need to come underneath here and try to push up his
head at the same time as the canopy goes back. There you go.
And now you can take his chest here, bring it all the way down until it taps into place. And for this piece here, you do want to bring down the wheels. Because you need to take this piece here and bring it all the way down. And then bring these up and take these and bring these down. And what these are going to do is these holes is going to go into that little peg, which is a circle shape. So this peg is going to go into that hole right there. So it looks like that. So it looks like that. Now you can take this piece here and bring it down. And for now, I'm going to leave these down. Then you just straighten up his head. And for the arms, you want to extend the elbows out. And you do want to take these and rotate them this way so that the silver painted detail is facing forward. Then take these, bring these up, and then you can shift his arms down. Bring down his elbows or his arms and rotate them and rotate his hands around. And you do the same thing on the other side. And we're almost done. We just have to take these, and these are going to attach to these holes here. Okay, so there you have Mastermind Creations Optus Pexus, aka Orion Pax, in robot mode. Now, first off, before we take a look at him, y'all may be looking at this figure and saying, like, wait a second, that's clearly Optimus Prime, not Orion Pax. I know, he is clearly Optimus Prime, because you can tell by the head here. But for those of you who don't know, or for those of you who have been reading the IDW comics, Orion Pax in the IDW comics was a cop. And when I say cop, I mean he was a police officer.
In the IDW comics.
So as you can see, he still does have the obvious Optimus Prime color scheme with the red, blue, and silver. But he also has some yellow on the front skirts here, and some silver here for the stomach piece and these things here. And also some silver for his feet here. And for his head sculpt, he does have some silver on his face, along with some silver here, and the antennas here, and also some blue for his eyes. And that's about it. He is still Orion Pax, just a different look. And for our articulation, now this figure is like super articulated. For the head, we have a ball joint at the head here, and it can look up and down, and also the base of the neck is on a hinge joint, so you can have him look all the way up. And for the arms, you have a rotation here, and you can move the arms out on this joint, or you can move them on this joint here. And they can do like an armpit joint, like they can move forward and back on these joints here. And they can also move out on this joint here, which you saw. And he does have a bicep swivel. And he also has double jointed elbows. And on the back here, you do get some pistons, like working pistons that move when you bend his elbows. His hands can swivel like you saw, but they can't move up and down on this joint. And also for his fingers here, his fingers are also articulated. Well, I mean, super articulated. They have a hinge here and here and here, and you can move them on these joints here so you can have them like splayed out. And for the thumb, he has a ball joint here and 2 hinge joints. And for his waist, well, first I'm going to show y'all the articulation of his torso here. So his torso has a hinge here and here, and also a ball joint on the bottom here.
Good night. When that thing tabs in, it really tabs in, huh?
And for the waist, you can extend it up, and it can swivel, and you can have him do an ab crunch. And also, in the photos, you can have him reach all the way down and have him touch his toes. And for the legs, you can move these front skirts up. And the way these move is not only they move up and down on the leg itself, and the side skirts can only move up to about there. So not only the legs can move up and down, but there's another joint here which allows you to have him kick really high. And they can move in and out on a ratchet. Thigh swivel. And he does have a double jointed knee, and as you move them, these things here, well, these pistons here move, and also this back piece here on both of his legs slide down. And his feet can move up and down and have an ankle pivot. And his toes can move up and down. And that's it. So this guy is crazy, crazy posable.
Make him get a thumbs up. And close his fist. Yeah.
And now for the accessories. For the accessories, you can, of course, have him hold his guns, and these go in the holes for the handles of the guns inside in the tabs in the palm of his hands here. But if you don't want him holding them, then you can put them back the way they were. And on the back, you can bring these up. And these tabs here goes into these holes on the bottom on both sides of the guns, but both the black and the gray ones. So you can have him with shoulder cannons. And you can either attach them here, or you can I'm looking at the instructions here. Yeah. So you can either attach them here, or you can attach them to these pegs here into these holes here. So you can have them like this. And you also get an extra set of articulated fingers just in case you lose or break the ones that are on him. And the other accessory that he comes with is the matrix of leadership. But of course it's stored in here. But it's only the core piece, not the handles. And before I show you how to remove the core piece of the matrix, you do want to take these handle pieces and detach them from these pegs to these holes, because that's where these are stored on. And to remove the core piece, you're gonna have to undo the back piece. And get the arms out of the way. slide these back. And now you want to take these here and untap them and bring them out. And these tab into these holes and these pegs here. Bring down this piece, which will flip down the core piece, and you can remove it. And this taps into these pegs and these holes here. And once you remove the core piece, you can now close up the chest and position everything, but I'm not gonna like waste too much time on that. So for the core piece, you want to take these handles, and these are going to attach to these holes on the top and bottom into these pegs here. And there's the matrix. And you can have him hold it, of course. And that's about all of the accessories. So now let me get him back the way he was. Now, but before we end this video, the one problem that I have with it, and this isn't really a problem, this is like my opinion, is that I wish he would have had like an alternate head piece that showed his mouth underneath his face plate, because in the IDW comics called the Transformers, which is the Chaos series, well, one of the Chaos series. Oh, but one more thing that he does come with, like with all the other Mastermind creations. So, sorry that I forgot this. And that is, he comes with the collector's card with the stats on the back. And of course the instructions / comic book. So now, for what I was saying, in the IDW Transformers comics called the Transformers, which is one of the Chaos series, and also the Optimus Prime IDW comics, he had a mouth underneath his faceplate, and I wish he came with an alternate head that has his mouth instead of the faceplate here. But the repaint of this figure does have an alternate head that shows his mouth behind his mouth plate. Well, it's the broken one, which is from the Chaos series, from the IDW comics called the Transformers. So that's really my only problem with that, is I wish he came with an alternate head piece. But everything else about the figure looks really great. And I especially like how super articulated he is. Because you can get him in a lot of poses. And one more thing. For size comparison, here he is next to his like creation when he gets the Matrix.
Yeah. Okay. So both of these are IDW?
Yes.
Okay. Before the Matrix, after the Matrix of leadership.
Oh, and my next problem with it is in vehicle mode. I wish the back wheels of the figure would roll a lot better. Maybe I just have to line up some more things to have all 6 of his wheels roll. But everything else, like I said, looks really great. So I think that's about it. So there you have it. Mastermind Creations Optus Pexus. Their take on an IDW Orion Pax. And if you like this video, give us a like, comment, and subscribe for more.
Until next time.
Thanks for watching.